Hello everyone, how are we doing today? I am back with another application review for you guys here, and in this review I actually have 4 apps to be reviewing. 2 are going to be free and 2 are going to be paid. We're going to start this review off with a soon-to-be popular application, I assume. It's going to be called 10-Pin Championship Bowling, and it's by SwagBucks, one of the top sports app creators in the App Store, so I'm assuming this app will be able to make it to the top of the leaderboards because usually their apps do. And this is a lower price for their SwagBucks application. This is going to be 99 cents. Not because it's a lower quality application, but it does not offer quite as much content as a lot of their other apps. So from this main menu you have 3 different options: Go Bowling, which will start you into a game, Trophy Room, and High Scores. Going to Go Bowling, and you only have 2 different lanes to pick from, and being bowling alleys, they are extremely similar. Only the overhead paneling and pretty much just the gutters are going to be different. Other than that, it's all the exact same. So we'll go to SwagBucks lanes, and you can do 4 people from the exact same device. You cannot do Wi-Fi or online multiplayer. What you have is 4 from the same device, and you can customize your ball, including the color and the weight. So we're going to go with the blue one. We'll just do 14 pounds. Go Bowling. And you have some music to start off, and what it is just pretty much a very bowling atmosphere. Every once in a while you'll see another ball roll down the lanes next to you, hit some pins down. Every once in a while you'll hear over the intercoms in the bowling alley calling someone to go pick up like nachos or something at the concession stand, or saying they have a phone call. So it does give a very bowling-esque atmosphere to the application. It does allow you to actually have a more real feeling to the application as well. So what you do to actually start, touch on your finger, and flick up. Up, flick up. Ball comes back to you, and you start over. So, like most of their other applications, once you do release the ball or whatever you're actually using in an application, SwagBucks does allow you to tilt your device using the accelerometer to actually adjust the curve of the ball, like so, except that time I did a little bit too much and cut past the front pin. So every single time that you roll a ball, keep screwing this up, there we go. Got a spare. So that's pretty much the entire application. I'm sure most of you know bowling. Every single time that you hit pins, though, I do like this. It seems like it has a really nice ragdoll type of physics to it, or just a really nice physics engine, actually. Because when you hit the pins, it always does seem to be different, and it's not just a really choppy animated thing where it's going to know what you're going to get when you hit them. The pins do all act freely in their own lively way. It's definitely a great application. It has the most lifelike feeling I could possibly imagine for a bowling application, especially on such a small device. I do recommend to go check it out. They will be releasing a light version, I do assume, because SwagBucks usually does that about a week after the premier paid application is released. So that's going to be called 10-Pin Championship Bowling, a 99-cent application from the App Store. Alrighty, and my next one for you guys is going to be called Sphaira. I believe that's how it's pronounced. If not, I do apologize. But it's spelled S-P-H-A-I-R-A. That's up here in the annotations and in the more info section on the right side if you want to check that out. When you actually start the application up, you have 4 different options: Play, Random, Settings, and Help. I do recommend to go to Help to actually have it explain to you as best as possible the instructions. Settings are really not too many. It tells you what level you can start on and actually have speed and sound. Go to Save. Random will select you on any of the preset levels already, and you'll pretty much just start randomly and play in random order. And then Play is where you're going to go through the story mode pretty much and actually start from level 1, except I'm already started, so go into Settings. I have to change this. Start playing level 1. And you can click play. Turn this down. So how to actually explain the application, I probably won't do a very good job on it. That's why I recommend to go check out the light version and play it yourself. This is the $2.99 version. I do believe it's $2.99. It's $2.99 or $1.99 in the App Store. But there is a light and free version in the App Store, so I do recommend to go check that out. Okay, we're going to start this level over because I ran out of too much time. When you start off, the left half corner shows your time, right half corner will allow you to do back or redo a move, and it'll actually preset the move to how it just was before you moved it. Pause. Or X will bring you back to the main menu. So you slide these balls in a straight path. It has to be like this or like this. If you go like this and miss a ball, it shoots right back. So what I need to do is take this ball out and then take this ball out until there's only 1 ball remaining. The colors of them do not matter. You only need to have 1 ball on the screen remaining at the very end to actually progress to the next level. And how you do that is by sliding the balls into each other. like so. It's extremely simple at first, but it gets very difficult. Example, I'll just give you an example of a screw up right here. We'll do this. Okay, so now that all these balls are next to each other, you can't slide them. Even if I go across, it won't work. You can only go this way. So the balls have to have at least one square between them to actually consider it to be a knockout. So go back, and I'll show you the right way. So that's how you beat that level. I'll show you one more level because the first few are rather similar, as you see right here. So that's the third level. That's all I'm going to show you guys. I do recommend to go check out the light version because it is a pretty complicated puzzler to figure out at first. But once you figure it out, it's actually a pretty big blast. It's one of the most original applications I've seen in the App Store. I really haven't seen anything like this. I've never even heard of a game like this. If you have, you can tell me in the comments below, but I do recommend to go check out the light version. Before you check out the paid version, it's a great application. That's going to be called Sphaira. It's a $2.99, I believe, application from the App Store. Now, my next application is going to be different than the usual. I am not a huge reader, but I know a lot of my viewers are, and I recently stumbled upon a rather great application company in the App Store. It's called BeamItDown, and as you see right there, and what they do is allow you to have huge collections of authors' works put onto your device. It can work on iPods or iPhones, and it's not narrated. It just allows you to have their entire literature lineup pretty much on your device. So this is going to be Mark Twain collection, and this has all of his novels, or at least I believe the most famous ones. It's got A Tramp Abroad, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, that's probably the most well-known. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, that's the one that kind of is a little spin-off of it. But anyway, so what we do, go to the we'll just actually go to the bottom HUD. There's 5 different tabs at the bottom HUD. You have books, which is what I'm showing you right now. Chapters, so if I'm on the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, I can go into chapters, introduction, and I can see all the chapters inside of the novel. Now I can go to read. This will actually be the main part of the application. Here's a little bit of a tip showing you how to actually work the app. But anyway, this is the very start of the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I can touch the screen, and I can control how fast it'll go. Faster. Slower. And there you go. So that'll just allow you to actually read the entire novel. Go back, we can go under help. This will pretty much just explain it actually exactly a little bit better and more in detail, as you see right here. This is a rather nice table of contents to actually walk you through the application. And then this very end part, this can actually become a pretty big necessity. They have quite a few customization tools here. At the very top of the setup menu, you have 5 tabs as well. Font, which is what we're in right now, allowing you to choose nearly any font you want to for the text to be written in. Size, so you can have bigger fonts if you're not a very good reader, if you can't see without glasses, if you don't have the glasses, or you can have smaller fonts if you want to have more words on the same page without having to constantly scroll down the page. Color, pretty self-explanatory. Paper, it has nearly everything. We're on moccasin paper right now. We can change it to whatever we like. And then other, this has night mode, tilt scrolling, which I do like actually. Tilt scrolling allows you to go like this, and you can actually control how fast it goes by how fast or by how far you've actually tilted your device using the accelerometer. And then there's show tips as well, which is what you see at the very beginning when you actually start reading. And then that's pretty much it. You can restore the default settings if you want it to be just like the application when it started. But the only reason I'm showing you this, I'm not a huge fan of Mark Twain, that's not why it is. But BeamItDown has quite a few collections in the App Store. Hold on one second, I'll actually bring that up. So here we are, we're actually in BeamItDown software search under the App Store. And these are all their applications in the App Store, all containing different works of literature. Anyway, as we were just going through right here, let's try and find the Mark Twain one, if it's even in here. Here, the Mark Twain collection. Oh, it's now 99 cents. I got it when it was free. But as you see, a lot of them are free, actually. There's quite a few. There's 25 more, actually. But a lot of them are free. A lot of them are about 99 cents, maybe a little bit pricier, but usually about 99 cents or free. But anyway, example, here's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and it is free. It's the entire novel, written by Scott Fitzgerald, and I do recommend to go check out this software if you do love reading, if you're a big fan of reading, and you are one of those lucky people that can actually read off of a screen. I know not many people can, or not everyone can read off of a Kindle, for example, but if you are, it's a great company. It has huge works of literature. Some of them are being free, so if you're a big fan of reading, then I do recommend to go check it out. The application I just showed you is going to be called the entire Mark Twain collection, and the software company is going to be BeamItDown Software. Alrighty guys, and for my final review in this application review, I actually have a rather huge application. It is going to be called 100 Million Sudoku, and this application claims to have 100 million different options or customized Sudoku puzzles. That means you have 100 million different times to play this application before you see the same puzzle again. Apparently. I don't know, I'm not going to write them all down, but I'll take their word for it. So from this main menu, you have quite a little clunky menu actually. You have 3 different main tabs and then 3 different HUD tabs towards the bottom. You have Continue, Sudoku, or Grand Sudoku. If you've already started a puzzle, then you can do Continue. If not, you can go to these 3 bottom tabs. We'll have Timer. Oh no, that's not timer. Those are high scores for your easy, medium, and hard levels. This is tools, sound effects, display timer, move counter, and show errors. Show errors can actually help if you're new to Sudoku, then it'll actually show you if you made a mistake in the puzzle. And then question mark. This pretty much just explains all the different puzzles, Sudoku and Grand Sudoku, difficulty settings, controls, and everything else you need to know about the application. I'll show you Grand Sudoku, but I could not complete one of these to save my life. I don't know how people do these. This is a Grand Sudoku table, and it is a beast. It has all 5, so if you are a big fan of Grand Sudokus, then you're in luck here. Down in the left bottom corner, you can actually click which of the 5 squares that you want to actually go to, 4, and you can scroll around just the same from puzzle to puzzle. And Grand Sudoku makes it so that you have to do all 5 of these puzzles interchangeably, so they have to all work together and correspond with each other. I can't even do 1 half the time, so I could not do 5. We'll start with Sudoku, and I'll try and explain it the best I can. It's going to be very difficult, actually. Actually, probably won't be that difficult, sorry. So what you do for Sudoku is you have 9 rows across and 9 rows down. So you have 9 by 9 square. And what you have to do is the numbers do go numerically from 1 to 9. And in each row across and in each row down, you need to, or I guess column down, you need to do 1 through 9 without repeating them in the same row or column. So example, we'll work on these 3 boxes right here in the middle. These 3 boxes right here in the middle, as you see. This box already has a 1 and this box already has a 1. So you know that this box needs to have a 1 in it. Because you have to have 1s in the rows across, and this one doesn't have 1 in it yet, and you cannot have the same number in the same box. And I know this is already getting very confusing. You do kind of need to just play through one Sudoku to actually figure it out. But anyway, so this is another example. These rows right here, this box has a 3, and this box has a 3 in it. So this box needs to have a 3 in it. So it has to be in either this square or this square, because it cannot be in either of these 2 columns because it already contains a 3 inside. So we'll just try, we'll put a 3 right there for example. It could be right, could be wrong, we don't know. Anyway guys, that's all I'm going to show you. If you're a fan of Sudoku, I recommend to go check it out because I got it when it was free. If you're not a fan of Sudoku, I do recommend to go check it out actually. If you don't even know what Sudoku is, this application does explain it rather well. I'll show you right here actually how you can do it. If you don't know the next move in a puzzle, what you can actually do is click this little question mark hint, and it shows you the next one, but it will add a minute to your time down here in the bottom corner. But that just kind of is a little bit of a help. It'll give you the next move in the puzzle to actually kind of get you through if you're at a stumped place where you really have no clue what the next move is going to be. So I do recommend to go check that out. I got it for free. It is a 100 million Sudoku puzzle application. That's a pretty big application, so I do recommend to go check it out. It's a very simplistic game once you figure out, but it can be confusing and rather annoying as well. That's all I have for you guys in this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want exclusive content, you can follow me over here in the more info section at twitter.com/TheiPodKid. Anyway, all links to the applications are in the sidebar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I will talk to you later. Hey guys, do you want a full list of every app that I've ever reviewed starting from app review number 1? Go to my YouTube homepage and click the link under Full List of Applications. It'll give you a Word document including the title of an application, the pricing, and the rating. Hopefully this helps. I'll talk to you guys later.